Right, hello again. So, NMPZ Battle Royale. I'm not allowed to look around, not allowed to zoom in or move. I'm going to try and explain what I think some tips are for this. Obviously, a lot of it just comes down to like general Geoguessr knowledge, but I'll try and veer away from that and be a bit more specific to the BR format. So, I think this is Kenya. I think I saw a business that I recognise the name of. So I go for Nakuru. I think in the early rounds, you have to just kind of shoot your shot and just have a bit of confidence in your guess and hope that in the early rounds a couple of people are going to kind of get it wildly wrong, and that'll be enough to carry you through the first couple of rounds. Or you might just make a really close guess and get through regardless. But generally, I think you want to save your lives, just make your guess. If it goes wrong, then I guess you just give it another shot. But basically, I'm just waiting and hoping, and it looks like I'm near the top, so should be fine. It gets more complicated once you get to like the last kind of 6 people, I'd say. So yeah, end up being up in Eldoret. Next one, this is a kind of tricky round you can get when you're trying NMPZ in this. We do have a bollard, which I'm not great with, but I have a kind of through process of elimination. I think it might be a Hungarian one. It's flat as well, definitely European. So yeah, for this one again, I just think 8 people are left. Someone's probably going to get confused by it. If I just make my guess and stick to it, that should hopefully be enough. But it's always a bit of a risk because when people are moving around, they might find an amazing clue. It might be right behind me. There might be something saying Budapest or something. So I'm sort of happy at this point. I'm in the middle of the people who've guessed. That should be safe with the timer where it is. So I'm happy in the first couple of rounds generally to just make my guess. Looking a bit... Nah, I'm fine. I'm 400 miles closer to the next person, so no problem. It was Hungary. Next one again looks very rural. That can be good or bad. I think it's harder to guess accurately, but if you make a decent guess, the other people are maybe less likely to find a good clue. So this one, I noticed that the satellite is pointing north, so we're in the southern hemisphere. Roof looks very Brazilian. It's quite green. So yeah, all of this makes me want to go sort of towards the south of the country. Don't get that kind of screaming red soil that you get closer to the border with Paraguay, so I'd go in Sao Paulo state. And I'm right up at the top. Someone's got closer. Again, I just feel comfortable. Like if you're near the top at this stage, you should be fine. It is probably a good idea for me to have a backup guess here, but I'm building up some nice spare lives, which is good. So yeah, it was Brazil in Paraná. Happy with that one. Next one, very Icelandic architecture with those kind of shallowly sloping roofs. That yellow sign as well, the kind of general white and grey feel of the buildings. I just go straight in for Reykjavik. A tip is I've noticed that capitals come up quite a lot on this. So generally, if I'm in a place, not always, but I think some countries more than others as well. You're like I've noticed I've had Jakarta come up a few times, so I'm always guessing Jakarta now if I think I'm in Indonesia. Same for Reykjavik. So yeah, I'm up at the top. No one's even guessed Iceland, it looks like. That's assuming I'm right, that it is Iceland. So yeah, okay, someone else has got it, but I don't need to make a new guess here, I don't think. Everyone's below me, so it'd be very weird if everyone suddenly jumped ahead. Someone might, at the last minute. Nope, okay. We're down to the last 5. This is where it gets tricky. This one, I'm guessing, I think this is Botswana. Because this I actually recorded this a few days ago. Yeah. I go east. Not really sure why. I feel like it would maybe be a little bit less vegetation around that bit, possibly. I can't really remember. I forget this stuff. But yeah, at this point, this is where, with 5 left, this is where you've got the kind of the 5 people who guessed fairly close. So you can't really afford to be slacking here. You probably need to get quite close to make it through. I'm ahead of that person. But yeah, I should probably have a reserve guess ready. But I'm just 9,000 miles closer than the next person, so it's not looking like anyone's gonna... Might not be any clues for miles around. Again, this could be a remote location. Okay, other people have got it. I should be fine, but for safety, I should probably make an extra guess. It ends up being, as I said about the capital, so I seem to have forgotten my own lesson. This one just feels Eastern European to me, and I can't be that much more specific. Yeah, I think I struggle a little bit. So I think I go with Poland as a hedge because I'm not quite sure. Get that guess in early. I do like to make the guesses quite early. I just not sure why. I just want to get it out of the way, and then when the next person comes in, you know where you are. People have jumped ahead of me now, so I know I'm probably in the wrong area. I think the trees make me. Yeah, the trees make me go Baltic, and I realise that pulls me closer to them than Poland was. And I realise it's probably here. And again, I learned my capital lesson. I think. Yeah. Again, with the capitals, I kind of realised there that I was about to change my guess again towards the capital, but I just wanted to save a few lives. So 3 of us left. This is where NMPZ, it gets really rough here because you can still make a good guess, but people can just find a clue, or there can just be a bit of luck. Even if there are no clues, there's a bit of luck involved. And that goes both ways. I'm sure I get lucky with some of my guesses and how close they are. Okay, so I think it's Bulgaria because it's we have those. It's the kind of roof that really does it for me. Also the fact that it's that kind of more wintry coverage, but the style of the buildings is just very telling. This is where I'm starting to, hedge my bets a bit. I made another guess there. I do feel like we're in the northern half of the country because the fact that I'm closer than the other guy makes me think I'm probably fairly close. And it was enough to get me through. It was actually quite near the coast, near Varna. This time, now I'm excited because I see Port of Tyne. I know exactly where that is. It's up around Newcastle. And I'm actually thinking I need to 5k this one. So I know exactly where we are. I'm looking around to see if there are any more clues. Not really, so I just zoom straight in. I saw a sign for South Shield, so I know we're in this area. And I'm just looking for roundabouts. I think my strategy here is just to spam guess roundabouts and just hope that one of them is right. So I'm just trying to look at the orientation of the roads. I should start to make guesses now. Yeah, looking back, if I really wanted to be clever, I would have just been spamming guesses the whole time without waiting at all. But I make one there. That gives him something to think about. Make another. I'm 7, so he's in the right area for sure, 700 yards. I've kind of got one guess left. I'll put it there, even though I know that's not the right roundabout. I think it might get me closer, potentially. 2 250 yards in it, timer's out, and quite lucky to be the closer one there, but that did it, and I managed to win a game NMPZ. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want any more videos like this. I can explain stuff in much more detail, but yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.